In Doha, skyscrapers seem to continuously rise from the ground. New cities, highways, a metro system. Qatar plans to spend 200 billion euros organising the next World Cup, more than any other nation before it. But the bill could soar, because for a year, Qatar has been subject to an economic embargo by Saudi Arabia. Despite the blockade, the construction sites are running at full speed. In total, Qatar has embarked on the construction of 8 stadiums of colossal dimensions for a small country of only 2 million inhabitants. Bedouin tents, traditional boats. During the World Cup, Qatar intends to use these stadiums, inspired by local culture, to highlight its heritage.
The architect and inspiration thought of having different ships on the shore being maintained, and you could see the bottom of the ship actually.
In spite of the Saudi embargo, there's no question of Qatar cutting back on construction, even if that requires tapping into its financial reserves. So the country has had to urgently reorganize all its import channels, by sea or air.
We changed some materials. We looked for alternative sources of supply.
As a result, the shipyards have not officially suffered any delays. To meet the deadlines, Qatar relies on a cheap and numerous workforce. Coming from the Indian subcontinent, these laborers work in temperatures that exceed 50 degrees in the summer. Human rights organizations have denounced the dozens of deaths that occur each year due to the dangerous conditions. A spokesperson from among the organizers of the World Cup gave us a rushed tour of one of their accommodation sites.
Free laundry, supermarket there, big supermarket, barber shop. And we have the clinic here, gym, we have a gym, sports facilities.
There's no time to ask questions of the employees, and we're told we have to leave. Qatar's only concession to international pressure to improve their conditions has been the adoption of a minimum wage of 166 euros per month. Having made huge financial investments, Qatar also intends to shine on the playing field. For the last 15 years, the Emirate has been searching for talent in the country's football schools. The best players are sent to a luxurious sports complex, the Aspire Academy. Each year, 100 students, recruited for their athletic abilities, train here, and all of them dream of following the path of their idols at Paris Saint-Germain, the Parisian club that's owned by the Qatari royal family. In this class, there are children of Indian workers, Gambians, Sudanese and Palestinians. But the majority are Qataris. Whereas in the past, the country has been criticized for naturalizing sportsmen during competitions so as to compete for them, the ambitions of the authority now are clear: to train a generation of athletes capable of winning medals.
This opportunity is given to young people living in Qatar, whether they are Qatari or children of foreign residents.
It's not just the Football World Cup that Qatar will host, but also the next Athletics and Swimming World Championships. More than ever, Qatar is banking on sport to make its presence known on the international stage.